Go ahead, Henry. Well, first, welcome everybody to our first webinar. This is going to be the first of many to come, but obviously there has to be a start. And here we are. And I would love to obviously welcome Paul Yao, our CEO, to present our first webinar to everybody on this line right now.
Very good. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and to all the future multi-million-dollar earners of our company, nationwide and globally. My name is Paul Yao. I just want to ask all of you to kindly mute yourself, or we're going to mute your speaker right now while I'm doing the presentation. But before I begin, I just like to be very positive, and this is from Napoleon Hill. Some of you might have read his book, Think and Grow Rich. And it goes this way: whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So that's where we're going to start right now. So, Henry, could you please give me the first slide there? Okay, we're going to cover the V1V, which is Vision Search Contest. As a matter of fact, those of you that Friday at the 10 nightclub, we briefly mentioned this. We are in desperate search for king or queen of the Fast Start Bonuses income earner. And what we're going to do for the winner of this, we're going to reward them with a trophy, maybe the size of a 3- and 4-year-old child. So it's pretty tall. It's pretty impressive. You might, if you travel, you might have to buy an extra ticket for this trophy to sit on a seat next to you. Then on top of that, a private office at the home office. Our home office is in Irvine, California. Your office is going to be next to the president, Mr. Henry Tang, and also myself. You get the unlimited use of this office 24/7, okay? And we name your plaque of your name on this door, and also the title, the king or the queen of the Fast Start Bonus earner, the top income earner. In addition, we're going to wine and dine this winner, this couple. It's going to be an exquisite experience with both the president and myself. We're going to go out to a very fancy upscale restaurant where we're going to enjoy food, exquisite food and libations. And then we're going to send a limo to pick you up so we can really have a very, very good evening together. Next. Now, for those of you that are in the business, you know that we already have what we call our Fast Start Bonus. Anytime when you sponsor 3 people that comes into the business and buy this optional kit for $515, you will earn a Fast Start Bonus of $300. What we have decided to do is, because we are looking for leaders in our company to take us to the next level, we decided to double. We're just going to open up our pocketbook and double these bonuses from $300 to $600. Now, we also have an optional position that where people come in at $1,015. And when you develop 3 of those personally, you get to earn $600. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what happens? We're going to double that to $1,200. For those of you that are relatively new to our business, last Friday at our launch, a young man came up to me at the end of our presentation, and he said, Mr. Yao, I would like to earn a 5-figure income with your company. Now I see how I can do it. I said, well, what do you mean, young man? He said, you know what, if I just do 10 sets of this, 1,015 kit, I will earn 1,200 times 10, that's 12,000. I said, you got it, you go for it. Next slide. Hello? Okay, just to clarify so there's no misunderstanding and confusion to our contest. These are the rules and qualification to run for this contest. Number 1, all existing or new distributors who have purchased a $513 optional starter kit are eligible. Now, we do have $50 membership that a lot of people have purchased as well. Now, they can also participate by simply purchasing a $550 optional starter kit within the contest period. Number 2, starting with last Saturday, 5/16, 12:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In order for all existing and new distributors to be entered for this contest, they must personally earn one new Fast Start bonus during the contest period. It's very simple, just do one. And then all these Fast Start bonus earnings generated during this contest period will be counted towards your overall total for the contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for key leaders. In order for us to really separate the boys from the men or the woman for the girl, we need to know that who's ready to step up to the plate and go out there and take us to the next level. So if you can achieve one of these Fast Start bonus, you will now be entered into the contest. We will throw your name into the hat. And what's going to happen is the distributor who earns the most Fast Start bonus income from 5/16, 12:01 a.m. to 6/14, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will verify and crown the winner of this contest. Simple, very clear instructions and qualifications and rules. On top of that, V1V will create a office to announce the daily standings and the Fast Start bonus earnings up to 6/7, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of you that live close by or live in Southern California, I really encourage you to drive, bring your friends over, especially those of you that are running, to show off. Just let them see. Look at me, I'm right up there on the top. If you join me, we can maybe make this happen together, okay? Now, starting on June 8th, 12:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will no longer disclose any further standings and Fast Start bonus earnings until the end of this contest with a final calculation and certification of valid business and good funds. We're just going to keep it dark, keep the excitement, keep it suspenseful. Everyone's going to try and figure out, hey, man, what's the other guy doing? How far am I behind, or how far am I ahead, or whatever it is. It's exciting time. We will announce the winner at the appropriate time at the end of this contest period. Now, in the event of a tie, we will have 1 week runoff for the individuals involved to determine the ultimate king or queen of the Fast Start bonus. Next slide, please, Kenny. Now, caution to all distributors. We are developing a culture. We want to let the whole wide world we are ethical. We definitely have high integrity, and we want everyone to know we mean what we say and we say what we mean. So V1V does not allow or tolerate any unethical, illegal, or fraudulent recruiting activities and practices for all company sales and special promotion. Any of these aforementioned will result in immediate termination and legal proceedings and prosecution. All sales are final, no cancellation, no chargeback of credit cards anytime. V1V reserves the right to complete retribution of any bonuses paid in any illegal, unethical, or fraudulent recruiting practices. Zero tolerance, no exception. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we stand for. Now, another thing I like to cover is because last Friday a young man also asked me, hey, Mr. Yao, how do you build one of these things? How do you build one of these group and organization? Well, if you follow our simple plan and do one of these and make one of these Fast Start bonuses for yourself, in order for you to do that, you have to personally sponsor 3, right? So now you have 3 people on your team. The way to do it is to place 2 on your left team and 1 on your right team. So it makes 2 and 1. So what if you do 2 sets of these Fast Start bonuses? Now you have a total of 6 people. So the next set of 3, what I would like for you to do is to place 1 on your left team and 2 on your right team. Now you will have a balance of 3 on each side. And ladies and gentlemen, the race to the top has just officially began for you. Next page. The power of 6. This is what I learned quite a few years ago, and that's what got me going, and that's the reason why I'm here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to challenge and also stimulate your mind, and I want you to use your imagination and follow me through in the following scenario if it happens to you and your family. What if you did 2 sets of the Fast Start bonus? In other words, you sponsor a total of 6 people. How many people did you personally sponsor? I gave you the answer already, 6. What if these 6 people also duplicated what you just did and do 2 sets of Fast Start bonus? How many people do you now have on your team? Again, the answer should be 42. Let me show it to you in a diagram. Go ahead, Henry. So let's say starting with you on level 1, you brought in 6. And those 6 people duplicated you on the second level, and they brought in their own 6. It's very simple math. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 plus 6, now you have 42 team members. Do you see that? Okay, next chart. Now, follow me through. If you go ahead and develop that, teach everyone to duplicate what you just learned. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. If we go all the way down to your 7th level, you're going to have over 279,000 people, 936, okay, all together. Now, imagine everyone did 2 sets, just like I said earlier, and you literally will have over 335,922 team members in your business. Question: what if each and every one of these members sell or purchase $115 a month in your group? What would be your potential income in this perfect scenario? Well, when I calculated this today, I almost fell backwards. It's $1,545,241 per month. How many of you wouldn't mind making that kind of money? A lot of people today can use this type of money, but I'm using a perfect scenario. So what if 90% of this picture never happened? Only 10%. So in other words, your team is not the smartest team, it's not the fastest team, it's not duplicating what you ask them to do. So only 10% of your team does what you tell them to do. You're still looking at $154,524 potential. Let me take it one step further. What if 99% of this picture never happened, only 1%? How many of you wouldn't mind earning extra $13,000 per month potential income? May I ask you this one simple question? In your job or in your business today, if you fail 99% of the time and only succeed 1%, will you still have a business? Will you still have a job? No. But in our business, you can fail all the way to the top and still make money. Next page. Now, again, assuming we're living in a perfect world, this is what I'm going to share with you next. What if everyone did 2 sets of Fast Start bonus all the way down to your 7th level? Every set of Fast Start bonus, I'm using the 515 optional kit, okay? Every set of those, one set of those Fast Start bonuses equals to 1,500 business volume. So if each and every one of you and your teammate do 2 sets, now you have generated over 3,000 business volume. Again, take the total number of team players in your group, 335,922 people, and multiply by 3,000 business volume. Whoa, that's going to be a billion, more than a billion business volume just created within your team. Ladies and gentlemen, what could be your potential income? How about $40 million of potential income? Ask yourself, what would 10% of this mean to you in potential income? Let's say 90% never comes true. How about if only 1% becomes a reality? Question: is it worth it for you and your team to develop and earn these Fast Start bonuses? Next page, please. Now I'm going to reach out to every single one of you on this call. Some of you might be just the very first time sitting in and listening to this. Some of you might be in a business already with us. Some of you might be traveling, might be around the country somewhere, or even around the world. We have people that know people everywhere. And I told them to just have them plug in today. But for those of you that are on, okay? I believe each and every see the power of our Fast Start bonus program and contest in building a huge organization with the power to earn these great potential income, not just for you, but for your family and for the people that are counting on you. So at this time, I'm going to ask the serious people only the serious people. If you're not that serious, it's okay with me. You can just go ahead and do this at your pace. But for the serious-minded people, you need to write down the total number of Fast Start bonuses you will develop between now and the end of our period, the contest period, which ends on June 14th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're one of those serious-minded people, I need you to email me and also Henry, our president. Email to paul.yao@v1vapors.com and henry@v1vapors.com. Make sure you print out one copy for yourself. This is how I learned how to do this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. There's no secret. You print one out, you put it right next to your bed, right in front of your mirror in your bathroom, right in your car. Print out 10 copies. Have them everywhere. And look at it every day and make sure you are on track. Now, I have a copy and so does Henry. So we will keep you on track as well. Next page. Hello? Next slide. Now, a reminder, not this Saturday, this is the Memorial Day weekend, but the following Saturday on May 30th at our home office, yours truly will be conducting a training starting from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. What will be taught in that training will be skill sets and mindsets for life. Roadmap to earning serious six-figures income. I humbly say this to all of you. This training that I'm going to share with you on Saturday, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, a lot of people have taken advantage of it, and some of them are using it in another company. And I can safely say to you, those people that are using it are in the 6 to 7 figure income earner. Now, there's only limited seating. We only have so many chairs available. So first come, first serve. Tickets are now on sale for $50. It will become $100 at the day of the event. If I were you, and I want to really build that power of 6 that I shared with you earlier, I would just get my whole team there. When it's all said and done, how many of you would like me to train you, or you would like me to train you and your team together? Just think about it for 1 second. What does that mean to you? Next slide. Henry? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we spend about roughly 22 minutes of your most precious time on a Wednesday night, and I really thank you for your undivided attention. We're going to now open up and ask for any questions. You have to just type it on, and we'll read it, and then both Henry and I will attempt to answer those questions to the best of our abilities. If we don't have the answers, we promise you we'll search it, we'll research it, and we'll get back to you on it. So, Henry, why don't you go ahead and allow people to type in their questions at this time. Hello? Any questions, anyone? Don't be shy. We'll give it a few more minutes. If there's no more questions, I think we will move on and just conclude this first alpha webinar of V1V, Vision 1 Vapors. Henry, do you see any questions coming in?
Nope, no questions coming in. So at any time, if you guys have any questions after this, please email us at customercare@v1vapors.com, and we will answer every question that you guys have.
Okay. Before I let you go, ladies, if you write this down for those of you. Oh, hold on one second. Someone just popped a question in. Can you please show it again?
With Michael Miranda, he asked, can we get a copy of what Paul just presented? Yes,
okay.
We have recorded this webinar, and we will post it onto our Facebook group.
Listen closely to what I'm going to share with you next, and you might want to write this down for yourself. If you want something you never had before, you've got to do something you have never done before. I'm going to say it one more time. If you want something you never had before, you got to do something you've never done before. I learned this from a very wise gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, a very successful motivational speaker. And that was his question to me quite a few years back. And he said, you got to be able to do something that you've never done before, Paul, if you really want to make it. Now, nobody ever said earning millions was easy. And I don't pretend to portray that. However, I know it can be very simple, especially when you have a plan like ours. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and see you at the top. Good night.